So explain what are NFTs?
Yeah. So yeah, that's a great question. Let's start from there. So
So no, I can't pronounce the F word. Is it the F word? Non-fungible or
yeah, so
fungible?
let's start with the basics. What is an NFT? NFT stands for non-fungible token. So non-fungible more or less means that it's unique. It can't be replaced with something else. So I always plug in non-fungible. I think of like the original Mona Lisa. That's been the example that
Yeah, that's the example seen.
everyone keeps floating around. Another example, if we tie it back, for example, Bitcoin is another fungible asset. You trade one for another one, and you'll have exactly the same thing. It's a one. It's a one of a kind trading card. Um, uh,
So the challenge they're trying to solve is like way back when we used to buy, rent, or go to movie theaters. That sounds like a long time ago. Like when there used to be Blockbuster Video, there was like a tangible thing that people could test against, as in, yeah, this is yours, you own it or you rent it. Um, but in the digital space, many companies have tried to do like data management, like rights and stuff, and most people don't like it because they traverse from one device to another. You buy an album, you want to just have it across your phone and your laptop or whatever. But with data right management, it doesn't allow you to do that. So the problem's never really been solved. With streaming, it has, but actual ownership of digital things. So it feels like this is like an attempt to make ownership of digital things, especially premium stuff like art
right.
and whatnot, as a feasible business model. So like the art is selling this 10-second clip for millions. It's like, okay, now you can see it as a thing. Um, but yeah, I mean, the problem I have with anything to do with blockchains is the word blockchain. I don't have a thing about against cryptocurrency. It's just I remember watching a talk years ago, and one of the speaker pointed out that the most commonly used word on LinkedIn was creativity, and so like if everyone's creative, then no one is, and if it's like you always hear this new thing is a blockchain that will disrupt the blah blah blah, and I hear that and I just want to punch myself in the face. And I think that's my biases with like NTS.
I don't know if you
but,
remember hearing this, but like very related is there was I think it was like a lemonade company, and they added the word blockchain to the name. Like they didn't have anything to do with blockchain, and then the stock
Okay.
of the company just like went through the roof. So it reminded me of like the .com bubble. It's like very similar when
Yeah.
this was first coming out, and like I think it happened in 2017, like peak first bull market for Bitcoin. But yeah, go ahead. I just sort of immediately when I like blockchain was such a popular buzzword, which I think people are proving that there's value. I think Bitcoin is the best use case for why blockchains have value, but um, nevertheless, like real quick before we pass it back, I wanted to step back and like of how NFTs work. So this gets a little into the
Yeah.
weeds, but then we can get into like the art. But I think the
Absolutely.
and the value. So at a high level, most NFTs are part of the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum is like the second most popular cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is like digital gold, think of like Ethereum as like like the internet 3.0. Everyone thinks it's going to be the internet money, where Bitcoin is more of digital gold. So Ethereum is a cryptocurrency, but its blockchain also supports NFTs. So it's kind of more, it has more opportunities to build on top of Ethereum. That's why we see things like NFTs. But long story short, is NFTs can really be anything digital. So we already, I think we kind of hit on this, right? It could be drawings, music. It could be, any type of tech or digital art. I think are the best examples. And I think the thing
It's like
that's
gaming customization thing has been coming up. So like I know in games where you can buy skins and whatnot, that was mentioned. So I can imagine if like someone was selling a unique pair of Nike trainers or sneakers, and you could basically take those to any game, and that would be like the character's wearable. So if like styled like Sonic the Hedgehog Nikes or whatever, then you can see that for gamers, that's quite a cool thing that they can actually take their digital things across different platforms without having to rebuy or whatever, and it could be unique or custom to them. I can see that as a thing, but yeah.
yeah. So like basically what's happening right now is like if we take what we're talking about, it's like something that has it's like new technology in collecting art or collecting something that's rare. Um, and you have a bunch of people that are that are passionate art collectors and that really love the assets that they're purchasing. And then you have people that are just trying to make a quick buck, which is why if you look at like NBA Top Shop, where people are paying $30,000 for a clip of LeBron James like dunking, but the NBA still owns the rights. So it's very confusing to me. This is like my biggest confusion, is that someone owns the right to the video clip. So you buy it for $30,000, but then I can watch it freely. But like, so I guess it's like, this is like where, and people make the comparison where it's like, if you go see the Mona Lisa live and you take a picture of the Mona Lisa, I have a version of the Mona Lisa, but it's not the actual Mona Lisa. So I guess I struggle with this because I would never pay $30,000 for a clip that anybody can see. The uniqueness to me is where I struggle with.